folks, Papa Boris here playing some more Wildfrost. Got a bit of an underpowered leader this time. All three selections kind of stunk, and we're playing with 3 Storm Bells, the Dread Bell, which gives you 3 Storm all by itself. It means that at any point in your run, enemies can be upgraded with charms. Let's see how this goes. This is very fun because sometimes you get like a really terrible combination and other times you get really great combinations. And this one is an example of a terrible one. So Shell on this smackback is an absolute nightmare to deal with. Got to be very careful too because this Snobble has aimless. So what I think I'm going to do is probably just let this thing hit my leader. And I'm going to just ring the bell now because I need to get Snoof down. And Snoof is pretty good against this Gugong because Snoof will actually freeze it, which stops it from smackbacking. Now, again, the Snowbow just hits my leader, takes the damage, and then my leader will attack it, kill it, and then heal everything back. What I'm going to do now is just start whacking this Gugong. It doesn't ever attack on its own, so I just need to work it down, and this Wave Bell is very good for me because there's one Storm Bell that reduces the Wave Bell, and that one would have made all this stuff come up a turn sooner. Now, we have another charm, so this one has when hit gain a tooth. This is actually not a super big deal. My leader just needs to hit it 2 times and kill it, and I can definitely snow stick it 1 time. The teeth aren't gonna matter because my leader restores 3 health on a kill, hurdy-doo. So we're gonna go ahead and just farm the Gobbling, actually, because I want to get the gold while I can, and I'm not really under any pressure for quite a while. I'm going to roll the bell. Even though I do want to play the Sunrod and Snow Stick, I think it's still correct to ring the bell here. I could get them back. In fact, I got both of them back. So the question is, do I want to Sunrod the leader? That would give it a tooth. Yeah, I think I need to, because in order to actually hit this thing twice before it hits me for 8, I need to do it now. Notice now I'm at 4 versus 3, or now 4 versus 5, and now I'm 3 versus 4. And I think with the Wave Bell still at 3, I can actually farm that Gobbling some more. Meanwhile, Snoof will just very slowly take down that Gugong. We didn't quite get there in time. If I had done a better job, the leader and the Snoof maybe could have been on the same wavelength. And then I could have gotten a combo off of this Gugong. As it is, I could ring to try to get the Sunrod. And that way, next turn, Snoof and my leader could actually attack at the same time. But a simpler approach is just to whack this Gugong twice with Scrappy Swords and get it essentially get the same effect without having to do any wacky stuff. So there we go, 2 charms conquered. Not even a big deal. Not even. All right, we got Snoof. I think what I'm gonna do is just hit the Knight. Now we're well in control here. I didn't even need Woodhead, it turns out. So we can just farm this Gobbling. He's going to get pretty big, but I still have Woodhead to take the hit. We'll just have the leader take the hit of this baby Snowbow. And now the real question is, do I want to hit this Gobbling or not? And the answer is, let's see, 5 plus 3 is 8. These 2 characters are on the same wavelength now. So when they attack in 3 turns, they are both going to hit this Snow Knight. Now, is there a way that I could possibly get better than a 2x combo? And I think the answer is maybe. If I hit this Gobbling to within Scrappy Sword territory and the Snow Knight, then my leader could hit him, Snoof could hit one, and then the baby Snowbow will just get, and then I could just finish one of these off with the Scrappy Sword. Yeah, I think there's a way to do this. I believe so. Let's do it like this. So we do this here. The Snowbow attacks. Now the Snow Knight goes. I can actually just take this, but okay, we'll have my Woodhead take the hit. Now I get this within Scrappy Sword range, although I actually don't think I even need to do this, but this is just to get an extra bling, basically, for hitting it an extra time. So the point is that now, leader kills this, Snoof kills Gobbling, and then we just kill the baby Snowbow with a Scrappy, whoops, that's not the right one. Kill the baby Snowbow with a Scrappy Sword. Could have also used Scrappy Sword on the Gobbling, but this way I don't take a damage, in case that would have been relevant. And we get a nice 3x combo with some good Gobbling farming. 69 is actually still not great. I guess I needed more combos in order to do better than that, but here we go. Don't have the option to take 2 Travelers. I could get 2 cards or a charm, basically. Now, 2 cards will probably add more power to my deck than a charm, but I'm gonna go for the charm first. I just really don't like getting cards before I get companions. Because it's like, oh, there's Spice. Do I want the Spice card? Well, maybe, but if I don't get one of the Spice characters, then the Spice card kind of doesn't do much. So I want to see what I'm playing with before I start taking all these treasure cards. Okay, well, we're going to just take Foxy because Foxy is really good. And now we definitely know that we want stuff to boost attack. This is a fun one for sure. This is actually not a bad combo with Foxy, in fact, but that's not going to happen. So we'll just take Foxy. And maybe a little bit underpowered going into this fight. The Lumen Ring, you know, you don't really want to use it just kind of to use it. It's a really, really powerful one. If I get like one of those Barrage Frost or Barrage Poison, it can be much more significant there. So we'll just wait. So we're gonna go ahead and fight the Battle Shades basically without any additions to power other than Frosty being in my deck. Okay, we have a Tooth Charm, so this thing deals 3 damage every time you attack it. We're gonna get Snoof down. And after that, I think it's bell ringing time because we gotta get Frosty down, or Frosty. We gotta get Foxy down here. Now the question is, who's getting hit by this Frost Stinger? And I think that's gonna be Snoof, and I'm going to take a moment here to kill this Mimic. Now I could get Foxy down if I let my leader take 3 damage. Then my leader gets frosted. Is that worth it? Well, if Snoof attacks into Porcupine, Snoof dies. So I could do something like this and have Snoof do 3 damage. Ah, it's annoying because then this thing will be frosted by 1, and then I don't quite kill it when I attack the next time. Yeah, I think we're going to do it this way. We're just going to kill the Mimic normally, not get combo. And now I think we're just going to Snow Stick this thing to stop 2 damage on my leader. Then the leader will actually finish it off. Not worried about combo again. And then my leader will actually heal back the damage taken from biting the teeth. So, you know, as much as I made fun of that, you know, it's actually not bad. I put Foxy down in such a way that he's not in alignment with anybody, which is obviously kind of funny. All right, Mimic got a Scrap Charm, so it has to be hit twice to die. And there's a Frost Stinger guarding it, so it's a little bit nerve-wracking. Do I keep going for the one I've already damaged, or do I damage the new one? Well, I want to think I damage the new one because I want to slow it down so my leader goes before it. This 1 snow is very critical. And the question is, do I hit this Ice Lantern now? If I don't hit it now, what's happening next turn with this Frost Stinger? Am I going to use it then? Well, maybe. It doesn't really matter. I think probably either way what I was going to be doing is putting on Flame Water for Foxy. And then it kills this Frost Stinger. It could also kill that one. Which one do I want it to kill? I think I want it to kill this one because this is the one with the Mimic. I maybe made a slight error. Maybe I should have rung the bell. Not sure. Okay, so now we are again in this weird situation. My leader is 1 off from killing the Frost Stinger, but I think it's okay. We're going to farm the Goblin. There's 3 turns before the next enemies come. And I could, of course, hit this Frost Stinger, but I'm actually going to whack this Mimic so Foxy can go hit it, kill it, hit it, kill it. And then the Goblin can also be killed by Foxy, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and just double check this, see if we're getting a triple kill. 1, 2, 3. Yep, we're doing it. It's definitely happening. I actually wasn't paying attention to my leader being attacked. It didn't matter, but that's the kind of careless not paying attention that can cause you to lose the game. All right, we got this Snowburb long shot, so it attacks the back, and it applies 4 snow, which is very serious. I am going to freeze it once with Snoof, and then Foxy will kill it. So this works. I am going to put Woodhead down because I may want to take a hit from the boss at some point for some flexibility. And yes, I want Snoof to freeze this just 1 time so that Foxy goes before it. Notice how much better Snoof is than that new character Bushu, because Bushu would just be healing everybody now instead, and that would not be nearly as effective. Now I could kill this Snowbird with my leader. That is a possibility. Then I could Sunrod Foxy. That would give me a 2x combo. That's actually pretty good. I'm just going to do it. I don't want to try to like min-max this for a ×3 combo. I think that would just be a little bit too aggressive. So we'll just do it this way. Now we're basically done here. I actually don't want to hit this ringer because I don't want it to randomly frost Foxy. So we're going to just ring the bell instead and have Foxy do a neat 9 damage to it. Okay, never mind. The first frost hit Foxy, of course, which is very sad. Now, fine. I could, you know what? I'm just going to Sunrod Foxy again. That's really the best thing I've got. I just don't want the frosts going on Foxy. It went on Foxy again. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, that's annoying. But at this point, I guess I might as well use Scrappy Swords because it's just not accomplishing anything here. Blah. Okay, that went a lot better than I could have hoped, and Foxy with just a little bit of frost water, or whatever that's called, fire water, flame water, there we go, didn't do too bad of a job. Here, it's a really tough choice. Obviously, I want my other companion, but I really want to get to the shop for a crown, so I'm just going to go to the shop, and we hope to get some good synergy here. Okay, this is, you know, it's not, these are all decent cards, all totally fine cards. I think I'm going to get Hongo's Hammer. I'm a big fan of it. It's a good combo with Shroominator, which I don't know if I'll see Shroominator again, but I want the Hongo's Hammer. I can put Lumen Ring on it potentially to make it a 4 poison. That does make a very big difference. That makes it 10 total damage instead of 6, and it makes it so that the first 2 turns it deals 7 instead of 5. That can always be a big difference. All right, well, there's some good stuff here. So the Mobile Campfire is obviously really good with Foxy. Mimic also ups Foxy's damage. The downside is that if something has teeth, the Mimic dies, whereas the Mobile Campfire does not. But I think I'm still going to go for the Mimic here, because if I do get like Molten Barrage or something like that, that ups the attack of multiple things, that works better with Mimic than the Campfire. When hit, restore health by 1. That's tempting. I'm not going to put it on yet. I don't need to put it on immediately. All right. So we do have Spore Pack. This is quite tempting because it's discounted, and it goes well with the hammer. And I can put the Lumen Ring on it. Plus, if I ever get any like Snow one, Frost one, Poison one, all that stuff is better on a multi-attack than on the Hongo's Hammer. So we're going to maybe get this crown. I will just buy it. And then I guess I only get 1 charm then, unfortunately. All right, 8 Shell is amazing. That's a really good charm. It just ups somebody's survivability immensely. Oh, and we actually do get another charm. I'm going to do it. There's a case to be made for not doing this because that might mean that in the next shop I don't have enough for a crown. But that's okay. I'm willing to do it. This is now upping my power significantly. So first of all, Lumen Ring, I'm going to commit. We're going to do it on the Barrage. Now we have a bunch of survivability for my team, which is amazing. Obviously, we're going to start with Foxy. And the next crown, by the way, is going to go on Mimic, not on Snoof. So the question is, where is this charm going? I could actually put this charm on Mimic just to add it a bit more survivability. I think I'm actually going to. I'm going to put it on the Mimic. So now this Mimic can actually get hit by teeth or some random thing and live. We're going to get the Heart Charm on Foxy, so Foxy can actually take a hit or 2. And then the question is, where do I want this to go? I don't think I want to put it on Foxy. That might be overkill. I could do it on Snoof, but Snoof's not necessarily going to be there the whole time. I could just do it on Foxy. Let's do it on the leader. So my leader is now very survivable. She can take hits, heal some, and then if she gets a kill, she gets more healing. I think that's pretty good. And I have 2 coins left over, so there's some combo somewhere that definitely mattered. All right, we get Bamboozle, a tricky boss because he deals 3 to everything. However, I'm actually fairly well equipped to deal with Bamboozle because Foxy can actually survive a hit. Snoof cannot. Now, we do have this attack twice, but aimless. So if this thing ever gets to go, I'm definitely in trouble. My question is, can I put down Snoof? Unfortunately, I didn't put the heart thing on Snoof, so this thing will kill it. I have to be committed to killing it before Snoof. But before it attacks Snoof, if I want to do this. Let's see. This will be 3 damage. I don't have my Flame Water. This will be another 3. That's 6. This is going to hit first. That's 11. And this is 6. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Now the question is, do I Spore Pack the Snowbow or do I Spore Pack the Winter Worm? The Winter Worm may seem like the obvious choice because it's so dangerous. But I could also just try burying it in Snow Sticks and also reducing its attack. I actually really want to kill this Snowbow. I really hate those aimless things and they attack every other turn. Well, on the other hand, I could just put it off and have my leader take it forever. Okay, we're going to put down Snoof. We're going to try this. I am going to Barrage the Winter Worm. And we're going to have my leader take the Snowbow. You have to be very careful because if you let this Snowbow stick around, as we've seen before, it can actually become a real problem to kill it. So what I'm going to do here is what? I'm just going to Snow Stick this thing. And we're going to get to work. This thing is delayed. Now 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 1 is 6. I think I just really want to kill this thing. And then that won't give me access to the Winter Worm, unfortunately. Because the Winter Worm is now going to be hiding behind Bam or Boozle, one of those. But it is snowed. It's not attacking for another couple of turns. Do I want to put down Woodhead before I reroll so I can take this hit? No, because this thing is aimless and it might be threatening it all the time. So yeah, I'm just gonna ring the bell. What I really want is, well, this is good. But I don't need to put it down now. I can put it down next time. Next time I'm gonna be okay. Who's taking this snow? I think it is Snoof. So now I want to get rid of this snowbow because it is going to become a problem. There's going to be another snowbow coming. I just want this thing to die. And yeah, now another one comes on and it's applying snow, which is annoying. My leader can still tank it kind of all day. This thing is going in 5 turns. This thing's applying a snow. Foxy really needs the flame water, but the Mimic also ups Foxy's damage quite a bit. So we're going to do this now. Is there some way that I can... Well, okay. If I have the leader do this, then Snoof doesn't get frozen. When Snoof doesn't... Oh, God, I was just trying to think about it. I didn't mean to actually do it. Oh, God. Well, it's being done now. Okay, so that thing is almost dead. That doesn't mean I necessarily want to kill it off, because if I kill it off, then this one is going to start attacking twice, which I don't necessarily want. I would like to slow this thing down. I was tempted to ring the bell, but I think I have a decent move. We can Flame Water Foxy to up the damage and then get a really big attack onto Boozle. Do I want my leader to get snowed? I kind of like Snoof's snow potential. I could Sunrod Snoof and freeze it for a turn that way. Then I'd ring the bell and could get a snow stick. Okay, let's try that. Okay, now we ring. So I didn't do Flame Water on Foxy, unfortunately. But we do have Snow Stick back. Do I care about the Snow Stick is the thing. I could just let Snoof get hit. And we can get the Spore Pack to finish this thing off and also to start working on this Winter Worm. I do need to kill it pretty soon. Yeah, let's work on that. Let's get that done. So you are gonna die now. You're now attacking twice for 6, which my leader cannot take, but the Mimic can do it. The Mimic can handle it. Question is, do I want to Hongo's Hammer this, or do I want to click the bell and then Hongo Hammer the next thing? This thing is going to attack before Snoof does. But if I Sunrod Foxy, it will attack before the Winter Worm. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kill this Snowbow with Hongo's Hammer. Notice how helpful it is that just, like, kills a thing? Now, we have to be very careful not to lose the game. Mimic is going to go here. Oh, this is awkward. I was going to say Sunrod Foxy and kill this, but the Mimic is now needed in order to not die here. Oops. Okay. So I was hoping I could kill some more stuff, basically. I cannot take this hit. That's 12 damage. I cannot do it. So the Mimic would have to be here in order to take this, and then it would die after that. I can't take this hit, so I'd have to Snow Stick it, but I'm not getting the Mimic's damage. But this would let my leader kill it. Actually, my leader can take this. This is very scary, but my leader could take this and kill it. Then Snoof is going to hit this Snowbow. Actually, I think this is the move. It's very terrifying, but this does work. It does. Yes. Right. Hope I didn't miscount that somehow. All right. There we go. Nice big combo. And then, if only I had Flame Water, this would actually be a combo. As it is, it's annoying because Foxy is just 1 little damage short. Well, hold on. Isn't there this? This is here. Or no, this, I mean. But neither of them does 4 damage. That's annoying. Also, Snoof could die that way. Okay. Unfortunately, unless I'm missing something, I think I am just 1 off from getting the combo. So I could do weird things. I could pull back Foxy to stop it from killing the boss. And then Snoof and my leader could actually combo kill the boss. I think I'm going to do it. This is simple enough that I'm just going to make it happen. So now we're just going to, Scrappy Sword this. And so what happens here is that I basically pass a turn. It doesn't really matter what I do. We'll just put Woodhead down for the hell of it. So now what happens is I Sunrod my leader. Actually, is Snoof going to get to attack if my leader kills it? I'm actually not confident in that. The correct thing actually is just a scrappy sword, the Snowbow. That's what it is. You kill this, and then Snoof kills the boss on the regular turn. There we go. I do want to get those extra coins from combo because I'm short on money, and this could make the difference in getting another crown at the shop or not. All right, what do we got? We got redraw bell counter. That's really good with its -1. First consume card not consumed, and more companion charm limit. The greed charm, not a fan of, but I do want this. This is a tough one. So I cannot get this redraw bell and the shroom charm and the crown. The shroom charm would be fantastic on the spore pack. That would make it a poison 4. I'm trying to figure out if that's worth passing on the redraw bell or a crown, both of which are extremely significant. I don't think it is, so we're gonna just get the redraw bell counter and the crown. Cycling through your deck 1 turn faster every time it goes around is very, very strong. Now we're gonna get another companion. This is a little risky because I could just win with these companions, just Foxy and Snoof, but I really want another one. So we got some more snowing, more just generic killing, or retains spice. This is potentially strong, but I don't have any spice going. We're gonna get Snobble. So I'm sacrificing 4 health compared to Big Berry and 3 attack, which is not insignificant, in order to get snow. The reason for that is that I value snow more than I value healing, since I already have a lot of healing. And we get some blings before the shop, so I'm trading a couple of cards for a companion, which is a card, and a crown at this shop. All right, well, I'm not gonna not get Shellbow because it's Shellbow. And there is Numlin Biscuit to combo with Shellbow, so eventually if I get 2 crowns, I can get that going. But I don't think that's important enough to pass on a crown for, so we're gonna get the crown. Be sad that I'm missing 22 coins to get the charm. And here we're gonna do Snobble and Mimic. So now Foxy and Mimic start on the board, and after 3 turns we get 9 damage coming on. What I'm really looking for is damage. Now Peppering is there. It is there to boost Foxy's damage pretty significantly. It's not permanent damage improvement, but it also works on Mimic. I think I'm gonna try it. It's only 18 coins. I think I just gotta do it. All right, we're up against the Shelled Husks. Deal damage equal to shell. Like if this thing gets a shell charm, that's really, really terrifying. I've definitely had that before. It's so scary. All right, let's take a look at what's going on here. So the Shell Witches are gonna go first, and I don't have snow. So it's a problem. This will kill it because it drops to 2, takes 3 damage. Oh no, it does not, does it? Wait a minute. If I do this, and then it goes, takes 3, that's 2. Drops to 1, takes 2, is it 1? No, it is gonna get to attack. That's a problem because I don't want this Conquer getting more shelled and this Shell Witch getting more shell. So do I have a way of dealing with that? Well, I can Hongo Hammer it, as weird as that is, because that will actually kill it. I think I need to do this. I need to do this now so that it dies before it attacks. This one, I don't actually have a solution for at the moment, but that's okay. We're gonna Shellbow the Bellbow, and that actually heals back when hit by Shellbow, which is kind of funny. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get to work on Conquer. Now the question is, do I wanna click this bell so I can Spore Pack with some more value? I think the answer is yes. It's a bit risky, but I am gonna do it, and I'm glad I did, because now I can do Spore Pack here. This one isn't quite gonna die because of the shells, but also even without the shells, it wouldn't have quite died. All right, but now we ate through all the shells. This is just a 2 damage attack. It's not a big deal, and I'll be able to easily kill this thing off before it has to get hit by somebody. Notice how useful it was that the redraw bell hit, because now I can actually put Snoof down a turn earlier. Now, my leader is not quite killing this Shell Witch without Snobble's help, though that does sort of waste Snobble's snow. So there is a consideration to actually hold off on Snoof. But what do I care about? The restore on kill? It doesn't matter. That's not a big deal. We're just going to get Snoof down. I think it's very, very important to get it down and get that counter going. Every 3 turns, 1 snow is pretty valuable. Oh, I forgot about the Mimic. I should have put the Mimic in that row. That was just a mistake. Okay, so now we have 2 damage, and then this actually isn't doing anything. I'm going to kill it with a Scrappy Sword eventually anyway. This is irrelevant. But what I am going to do is Snow Stick this to stop it from attacking. It's not going to kill it, unfortunately. Now, I need to be careful. I think we need to move up here at this point. This Conqueror's not a threat. So I think I am actually going to farm some blings. We're going to hit that gobbling and just keep it around a little bit. I remember to put the mimic in the correct spot. And that was just enough to kill the conquer without combo. I'm not going to dick around. I'm just going to scrappy sword you. I just don't want you attacking and giving everybody shells. Okay, you're getting more stuff. It's irrelevant because I am going to kill you with a scrappy sword at some point. So I'm not super worried about it. The upper row is where we got to get to work. This gobbling, actually, I might want to let it go just so that I can get this stuff killed. Yeah, maybe we want to pepper ring right now. I don't know for sure. I'm not counting this precisely. We're just going to pepper ring. That adds a lot of damage to the table. So the gobbling actually runs. The snow and Snobble is wasted. We're going to do this. Snoof kills that shell witch. Then Foxy goes 1. Mimic kills it. Foxy then kills the prickles. I don't want that. So I don't want Foxy taking 6 teeth. So we're just going to do this. We're still going to get a ×3 combo here. Alright, that may seem a little anti-synergistic, but it's okay. I have a plan. We still have Woodhead, and we have Snow Sticks. And I was guaranteed, I didn't actually precise that, but I just intuited that I was going to have enough time to make it happen. So we're going to just freeze this first. The reason for that is that I can freeze it. Oh, and everything's on the same time. So I would need to freeze it again to get everybody to go first. Or I could just Woodhead. I think I'm going to Woodhead. This is essentially a snow stick. Essentially, sort of. Kind of, not really. And now Bolgo just wastes its 11 damage. My leader could have theoretically even taken that. Although if I Spore Pack it and then kept the leader in front, I would have died. But this way works. We just do this. Bolgo hits Woodhead for 12. And then Bolgo gets very, very big. But also, luckily for me, very, very dead. Snobble, not too impressive there. But basically like a slightly harder hitting, slightly slower Snoof. Also worth noting about Snobble, the snow is equal to damage dealt, so it goes well with the pepper ring. That's a 4 snow thing. Curious one. So either another companion or blings, and I'm going to obviously go for the blings. I don't want another companion. I'm fine with it. Okay, this is an interesting one. I'm going to make a weird move. I'm going to take Totem of the Goat. It's not great. I would have actually taken either of these under normal circumstances, but we need to kill 3 demonized enemies to get the next companion. And I don't like the next companion, but we need to get it to get the other companions after it. So it's just a whole thing. Now we're going to munch. I actually would use flame water sometime. So the main thing I'm considering is getting rid of Woodhead now that I have the totem, or getting rid of Scrappy. So I am actually going to get rid of Woodhead because the totem is just a strictly better Woodhead. And we're going to get rid of a Scrappy Sword. And that's nice. Now with my faster redraw bell, I am going to get to my good stuff way more often. All right, we have a new fight. Oil, or ink, I guess, makes it so that you lose your special effects. Now the good news for me is that I am pretty well suited to this fight. All I'm really losing, I don't lose Foxy's extra attacks. Frenzy's not part. It's like the text in this box. So I just lose the healing on my leader, and I lose Snobble's snow. So that's it. Now the problem is the ink goes in a barrage, which would actually get rid of the Mimic's trigger. That's the main concern here. So what I'm going to do, I think, is probably just have my leader take this barrage up here and just kind of solo this situation. And we're going to try to bring down this guy as quick as we can. Question is, do I need to do it now? Well, Foxy is going to go after this, unfortunately. But what if I Snoof and Snow Stick? Aha, it's fine. So we're going to just get Snoof down to get this going first. Then we're going to Hongo Hammer. It's annoying that this barrage is going to hit Snoof. That actually is kind of a problem. But it's fine. So Snoof is just not going to freeze this thing, unfortunately, and go down to a very perilous 1 HP. So maybe... Oh, this is bad. I wanted to shell bow, but I can't shell bow because if we let this barrage go through, the Mimic gets hit and loses the trigger on Foxy's attacks. 2 + 1. Okay, that's an interesting idea here. There's an interesting element of a plan. I could do this to have the Mimic dodge. Well, it actually doesn't matter where the Mimic is, but basically I could do this and then shell bow up here before Snoof gets hit. And the Mimic would get some extra shells. And then Foxy does kill this before it gets it to another attack. I'm going to try this. I could be wrong. but we're gonna give this a shot. So the idea is this barrage happens, everything survives, but the Mimic doesn't trigger. But Foxy's 3 damage is actually enough that this thing will die to poison the following round. Snobble is not going to snow here, but this redraw bell, if you're wondering why I didn't take that poison charm, like this really illustrates it. It makes a big difference. Okay, at this point, my leader's gonna take 4, and then he's gonna kill this tentacle, and I am gonna do this goat. Actually, maybe we want, no, I can't have Snobble attack first because then Snobble will die. Okay, so we're gonna put this goat down. That'll be 1 demonized enemy that I am killing. The demonized was irrelevant there. My leader is extremely inked. There are cleanse effects, by the way, in this game, so you can get rid of ink. There's that 1 card that heals everybody for 2, just everybody, and also cleanses, which gets rid of other stuff besides ink. It gets rid of demonize and snow as well. Okay, so my Mimic is actually ready to go. Foxy does not want to attack here because Foxy will get snowed. So Foxy needs to be up here. Unfortunately, that means Taco is inking everybody for 2, which is unacceptable. So we're going to just snow stick it. I could also Sunrod Snoof. Is that better or worse? Wait, hits all enemies, smack back. The F? What is this shit? Oh gosh, hold on. That's a problem. I could just have lost allies and died there. Okay. So what I could do is I could kill this Octobloom, which when destroyed applies 4 to all enemies and allies. I could just do that. Spice is not inkable. If I do this, then this will not ink and it will not barrage. Mimic will not attack. But Snoof will hit into this and kill it. No, Snoof will not kill it. Aha, okay. Foxy will hit into it and knock it frozen. So it'll be 1, 2, and then hit the Goblin. Snoof will then kill the Goblin. But I don't really care about that. So maybe I could do this. I could like have Snoof go up there, right? Then this would just do a regular 2 attack. There would be no inking, no barrage. And Snoof would hit it for 5, which is, I mean, a goodly amount of it. I think I need to do that. It's a little awkward. I have to kill it with a snow stick. But I think I need to do it to stop the Kraken from doing anything obnoxious. I mean, it's complicated. I don't have to hit the Kraken. Like right now, I'm not hitting the Kraken, but then this is a barrage. We're just going to do this Octobloom and call it a day. So everybody's inked like hell. This Goblin, by the way, is not giving gold because its ability to give gold is an ability. Do I use this Spore Pack? It's very awkward. But I think I just... how many cards do I have? I might not get it is the problem, and I really do need to do this. I want to kill this Octaco, and I also want to start to work on the Kraken. Okay, so this thing is actually just going to die of poison. So we're gonna, what? Do this to kill the Goblin. I actually don't really want to wait for the poison. I want to get damage on this thing while it's still inked. So we're gonna kill this to get the path forward for the leader to hit this thing for 7. Okay, the ink declines at the end of the turn, which is important, because right now it's gonna just hit Foxy. Mimic is still inked, unfortunately. Well, it doesn't actually matter. Well, no, it does. I kind of want to do the Shellbow on Snobble. The Mimic is not attacking, so it's actually irrelevant. Okay, my leader's also kind of hurt, but this way I can Shellbow, and then no snow is happening. Just some damage. It's just damage. All right, we're gonna just do this. Make sure I'm not killing anybody. Okay, so you take 3. You don't hit everybody. And you're not quite dead either. You're 1 away from dying. What I think I'm gonna do here is ring this bell. Oh, this isn't the boss. Oh my god, I thought it was the boss. I actually thought, I literally, I'm about to kill the boss. Might as well bring some other enemies out and see what all right, boost the effects of all enemies and allies by 1, which is kind of funny. It's not really that great. It's, well, it should be applying 2 demon eyes. Oh, no, it's when it when it attacks, I guess. Or I actually don't understand this very well. I don't know why it's not happening. Okay, anyways, Mimic is actually back online. Everybody's in the same time period, so they can't all go with Mimic. But this is not the boss. So we want Foxy to kill it, and then Mimic to get to work on this. Which means I think what I want is actually this right here. I need to get this thing killed with like a back row assassination. And now we're gonna put the Spore Pack here. Again, I'm doing it now instead of re-rolling because I really, really, really want this thing dead. Okay, let's do the re-roll now. And I'd love to pepper ring. Would love to do that, but I don't want this to happen. So much as it sucks, I mean, I'm sure my leader's not dying. This is getting a little close here with the 3 attack. Snoof can take it. We're just going to be safe. Let's just have Snoof take this. And then we're going to Scrappy Sword this. It's a shame I'm missing out on the peppering. There's a bunch of stuff happening up here. But... oh, the Mimic whacked it and got inked. I actually did not foresee this. Okay. Well, now we're fine. So now who's got the most shell? It's my Mimic. All right, great. So we're just gonna shell bow up here to pass the time. Yeah, I guess this only happens when it actually goes. Now Snoof does 2 snow, not that that's relevant. We're gonna pepper ring. The reason I'm being a little bit sandbaggy here is I actually want this thing to attack and become demonized. I would like to actually kill it while it's demonized, but I don't think I can because this is only doing 5 plus, yeah, it's awkward. 3 plus times 3 is 9, that was 14. Unless I recall one of these, I'm not going to kill it while demonized. So we're just going to not care about that particular thing here. We're just going to kill it. And we'll try to get some more demonized. I'm just hoping without too much effort I get the Totem of the Goat. Actually, the Totem of the Goat was applying 2 demonize. Oh, because it had gone off once. I might have messed up there. Maybe I should have actually tried to go harder for it. Okay, the Scrappy Swords are now getting pretty bad because I got the Hongo's Hammer and my Spore Barrage, which are pretty much always better than a Scrappy Sword, right? Like this is 2, this is 6. This is 1 plus 6 is 7, so I really do not want these. The question is, am I gonna get rid of Flame Water? I don't actually usually have time to use it, or am I gonna hold out for Cake Charm? I still have not seen a Cake Charm in this playthrough. If I see it, oh well, we're just gonna live without it. I actually value Scrappy Sword more than Flame Water because I actually use the Scrappy Sword sometimes, unlike the Flame Water, which so far I've never used. Or, not never, but I have not used in the last couple of fights. Okay, let's not dick around. We definitely want Crown. That's a good one. Now, Molten Dip is quite good because this improves Foxy from 1 to 3 and the Mimic from 2 to 4. That's a big deal. I'm gonna buy it. Now, the Pepper Reaper is also fun and all. That goes great on Foxy, but I have the Pepper Ring that gives everybody 2 without any self-damage. Let's just grab this. Slap Crackers, by the way, are very fun. You can really buff them in some cool ways, but I don't think I want to go for that Gambit. I'm trying to figure out what I'm putting my shell on. I think I'm going to just go for the classic Molten Dip up front, just to have that going immediately in every fight. So Mimic, Foxy, and Snobble, let's say, get Molten Dipped immediately. And I could still use more crowns. I could still use more, but let's go ahead and get charms and see what I can boost. Okay, restore 3 health on kill. It's one of those charm achievement ones that's really underwhelming. Apply 1 frost, that's a good one. And like 10 gold short of the last thing, that's okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make an easy call here. We're gonna frost charm 1 on Spore Pack. One thing to note is that if I put the Frost Charm on first and then the Lumen Ring, the Frost would actually be 2, but because I put the Frost Charm after the Lumen Ring, it only is 1. So the putting on the Lumen Ring first is unfortunately a little bit bad, but it's okay. I'm still happy to put the Frost on as well as the Poison. That can be relevant sometimes. As for the healing, Foxy already has extra health, but Foxy's also the most likely to get kills. I could put it on my leader just for extra survivability, but we're gonna do it on Foxy. So Foxy has 9 health and heals for 3 on a kill, so Foxy's gonna be very survivable, I hope. And I could buy one of these cards. This is actually not bad. It's like a mini snow cake, essentially. But I think I'm gonna just save the money for the next shop. And we're gonna fight Truffle. Now watch me eat my words, but usually I'm pretty happy to see Truffle. It's usually not the harder boss. Okay, so Snobble, Foxy, and Mimic are the ones I want to hit with Molten Dip. You could also do the leader, but the Snobble Molten Dip is actually really good because it now means that Snobble does a 4 snow, which could be very strong. All right, main thing that we're looking for here, well, we got everything. I mean, Shellbow, I guess, and well, Snoof. Snoof would have been good to get down, but I don't mind it. So here, what we want to try to do is kill the Shroodles, get a Spore Pack down, and find a time for Pepper Ring. This will go before anyone on my team. So I'm trying to figure out if I need to Snow Stick it. I don't really want to do that. This, unfortunately, does not kill it in time. This does not kill it in time either. What about both of them? If I do the hammer, You know what? Why not just do Sunrod on Foxy and just call it a day, right? I mean, that's just got to be the easiest thing to do here. So we're gonna do this, and then that means I have time to just get the Spore Pack going. I have also time to get the Pepper Ring happening. And now I am committed. I either have to Snow Stick this or I have to Sunrod Foxy. So let's think about that. The extra damage from Snow Stick is irrelevant. So since Snow Stick is generally the better card, I think we're going to Sunrod Foxy. Don't know if I'm 100% correct on that. But anyway, got a bunch of damage going there. Let's take a quick look at the situation. All the Truffles are now attacking. Luckily, they carried the Frost. So they're only hitting for 3 each. And I am... You know, it's a little dicey. It's a bit dicey because that is a lot, but my leader can take 6. My leader will heal for 1 hit, so it's only taking 4. And my leader is unfortunately not going to get a kill. Unless my leader is there, but I actually want the leader taking the 2 attacks. So my leader is going to just take 4 damage with this. I really want to put this down. I think I want to put it down. I'm going to risk it. I want to get it out of my deck. Hold on. I think Snobble should be here. Even though it doesn't go with the Mimic, I value the kill on this quite a bit. So yeah, we're going to put the Goat Totem down. Get some Demonizes happening. Whackety, clackety. Alright, now Foxy goes. And do I want it to bust this up? I want Foxy to bust this up, yeah. So now I have a moment to breathe. I could put Snoof down. But I actually don't think I need Snoof. We're going to take a bit of a greedy line. I'm going to Shellbow, because that gives some survivability to everybody here in case things go south for some reason. I forgot to put the Mimic with Foxy. That was a big mistake. I just missed out on 12 damage. Oops. All right, now I'm not going to think about it too hard. We're just going to put down Snoof. And then right before this Puffball pops off, we're going to Spore Pack it to death, as well as lower the damage on these Truffles. Now these Truffles are again all in alignment, and they're all going at the same time. So, if we do this, my leader can again take 6 damage, Foxy can take 4. I want the Mimic to be in line with 2 people, at least. I can't have the Mimic be in line with 3, but this seems fine. Maybe there's some optimization with my leader that I don't care about too much. I'm just going to ring the bell. I could Snow Stick this, but I'm probably going to get a Snow Stick. Ooh, we got a Pepper Ring? You know what? I'm not going to think about it. All I'm going to do is just check to make sure no one's dying. 4, you can take it. That's the thing about this bot. It just hits for 4. So I guess it's scary that they all happen at the same time if you don't freeze them, but it just hits for 4. It's really not that big of a deal. This Pepper Ring is really big news. Again, I'm not optimizing the damage. We're just popping it off and seeing what happens. I just don't think I need to try that hard to win this fight. Okay, there's a couple of demonized enemies killed, actually. Okay, that's quite a few. Okay, I wasn't really planning all this out, but yes, this is one reason why this fight is so good. Is you get these crazy combo potentials with it too, since the splitting Truffles at the very end let you get a huge combo. I don't remember what combo that was, whether it's 5 or 6, but with a bit of advanced planning, you can actually do a pretty good job getting huge combos. So I think what I'm going to do here is just weirdly ring the bell. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm going to get the bell regardless. We're going to do this, get the free redraw, happening a turn early, you might note. Stuff pops out. I'm being just a greed bag here. So if I do the Spore Pack or the Pepper Ring, I'm trying to think. Okay, what if I Pepper Ring? Snoof hits it for 5, Mimic kills it, Foxy kills this, and then I'm hoping there's enough damage. I'm not going to calculate it precisely. If I miss the Shroom Gobbler, I miss the Shroom Gobbler. But I do think this is enough, because Foxy still has another attack with the Mimic. Yeah, just enough. All right, there we go. Get our other reward. Definitely going to want a crown unless something absolutely... Oh, there's no crown. Aye! Okay, what is this? Gain 2 spice when hit. That's interesting. Temporarily increases attack and clears after triggering. It's good on that one character that retains spice. You think about this. I could put it on Foxy and have Foxy just get more attack. Note that that counts with Shellbow. This counts as a hit, so it's actually quite good. Recalling a companion, count down the redraw bell. Redraw bell charged. Less valuable if you already have this one. Oh my god, wave bell counter +1. That actually buys me more time. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do the spice. I think it's actually in the territory of power on Foxy that it's worth Not just passing on one of the other bells, but actually taking up Foxy's last spot with it. Okay, so Muncher or Blings? It's an interesting one. I already have a lot of Blings, but I don't have that much stuff left to munch. I'm going to do it, though. The Scrappy Swords are not good. I don't need Blings. And even if you go to the Muncher and only munch one card, that could still be good. In fact, I've seen people munch Snow Sticks. I'm not going to do that. You can also munch the Sunrod. I'm okay with it, though. My deck is pretty skinny, and I could very well be in a position to buy a card in the next shop. All right, we got the Hazy people, so you have to be a little bit careful. Got to make sure you bring them down fast. Luckily, I think I've got the goods for that. This crab I can pretty much ignore. This guy has the Sun Charm, which is very powerful. It goes off after 3 turns, so it's going to hit Foxy before Foxy goes. It's actually extremely significant. But I have a few tools at my disposal that would let me deal with that, and I'm not going to think about it too hard. I think all I'm going to do, let's see, I have 3 cards I can play. I think it's going to be Snoof, Peppering, and Snow Stick. I think that's just it. I'm just going to do it, and we're not going to worry about it. So we're going to put Snoof on here. Snoof and Foxy are in the same time frame. We're going to Snow Stick the Burster, just to delay it by 1 turn so Foxy goes before it. And then we get this Pepper Ring in for truly ridiculous amounts of damage. Whack, dead. Whack, not quite dead. Oh, it is dead. Okay, whack, dead. Great. I wasn't even expecting that to be so good. I have to hit this bell counter. I didn't end up using the delay of it. Okay, we got this and a Burster. So weird as it is, I believe I just want to go up here, even though it means everyone's getting like Divine Shields. I just don't care about this, and I need this Burster to die. So it's either Spore Pack or the Hongo Hammer. I think I'm actually just going to go for the Hongo Hammer. I just want this extra damage on this thing. Do I? I mean, yeah, and I actually don't want to hit the Crawler. Spore Pack hits the Crawler an extra time. Now, if I redraw, am I guaranteed to get the Hongo Hammer? What is that? That's a total of 7 cards. I actually don't know what my hand says. Is it 7? I think so. Let's see. Oh, there's 1 card left back there. Luckily, there's 2 cards left. It wasn't Hongo Hammer. Okay, so we're going to do this. And I'm not calculating this precisely. I guess I'm just going to have my weaker character waste the damage. Okay, so whack. Mimic hits there. Ah, the crab got shielded. Okay, annoying. But Foxy and Snoof both go first, so this is fine. I guess we need to do Shellbow. This is very, very good because it gives Foxy a couple of chili peppers. So now Foxy is definitely going to kill that thing with Mimic's help. Actually, Snoof kills it with Mimic's help, and Foxy gets to work on this crab. I could farm this for Blings, and I will. It's got those Divine Shields from that other enemy that randomly hands out Divine Shields. Obviously, you will always want those to land on the Gobbling. Okie doke. Now I'm just going to get this out of my deck before I redraw, and with this extra bell counter, it's just ridiculous how much free room I have to go wild. I am going to bring out the enemies. I think I could kill this Gobbling, but let's just see what comes out, because I may be able to farm this for some more money. Okay, so here, what I think I'm, oh, if I Shellbow with Foxy, then the Mimic doesn't actually go. Peppering is good. Hongo Hammer on this Burst. I think I could just kill this with raw damage, though, because Foxy is going to go before this Crawler. I'm actually going to farm this for Blings, crazy as that is. Okay, so we're getting out a lot of Divine Shields. Some did go on the Burster, which is to be expected. I'm fine with it. We now get to do this. And I'm going to just apply the Pepper Ring right now. There's just no danger coming my way whatsoever, so I'm not calculating this all precisely. The Gobbling is unfortunately going to die. And now, I guess we're going to put on Hongo Hammer. Actually, well, yeah, I want to get this going as soon as possible to pry off these Divine Shields. Notice how useful it is, that back rank attack. Very, very handy. My leader can take this hit, and so I will. And this is also when I'm going to put on some shields on Snobble, who hasn't gotten any shields yet. Foxy gets 2 spice from this. Okay, we got a lot of attackers. I think we want the Mimic. I mean, we can only have the Mimic with 2 of them. That's fine. So the crab is hitting for 8, actually. That's a fairly hefty chunk of damage. So Snobble could take it, but let's just not dick around. I mean, I kind of want to dick around is the thing. I really would like to do some dicking in the around department because the pepper ring would make a pretty big difference. Actually, it wouldn't. We're just eating these divine shields. Nah, we're going to snow stick you. Get off another divine shield. I'm not going to count this off super precisely. I'm a little worried I didn't kill enough demonized enemies, unfortunately. I would very much like to do that. So I actually want this crab to attack, and I want to kill it while it's demonized. So that means we're going to do this. We're going to shellbow here for some spice on Foxy. And then we're going to take this 8 damage. This is me just dicking around so that I kill it while it's demonized. The Spore Pack will actually kill it, because remember, demonized works on poison. So it works like this. I do this, it puts on 3 poison, then it attacks, gets demonized, dies to the poison, double damage. And you have yourself a party. Okay, the question is, do I also want Numbskull to attack so that Numbskull dies while demonized? The answer is yes. So we're going to not put the Mimic in the row with Snoof and Foxy. This is 8. I could do 12. That will kill it, so I don't want to do that. We're just going to ring this bell. And I don't really have anything I want to do. Shellbow will not quite result in a kill. This is 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 2. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it's going to attack before it goes off. If I calculate it precisely enough. No, because Snoof snows it. Oh, dear. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit weird. Oh, I'm hog-headed. I can't. Fine. Okay, I'm not going to shellbow Foxy. We're going to do something that's not doing anything. Although, actually, everything kind of helps. Oh, my God. Okay. This is just stupid. We're going to do this here to avoid the Mimic attacking the boss. Oh, Foxy attack. I actually forgot Foxy attacks 3 times. Sorry, I know I look like an idiot. I just forgot Foxy attacks thrice. It was a complete waste of time. So unfortunately, the boss was not demonized. There are 2 demonized kills that I know of. I don't remember if I've had a third. Okay, well, we got Snowcake. I like to have this in the final fight, so just in time, we're gonna get a crown, and then we're gonna see how many charms we can get. I don't think I need the pink berry juice. I think I have enough survivability. Barrage and reduce attack by 2. I don't know, maybe? Maybe. The balance charm. Oh, that would be good on Foxy, but unfortunately I've already used up all of Foxy's slots and a scrap. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So this. It's interesting. I could put it on the Mimic, weird as that is. Because then the Mimic, when spiced, would be hitting everybody. I don't know if that makes sense. Let's put a scrap on the totem so the totem can eat a hit. Okay, let's call that an easy one. Let's figure out where the crown is going. I think crown makes a lot of sense on a few places. Shellbow makes sense. Totem of the goat, just so it starts in play, makes sense. I think it just maybe Snoof. I think I just want Snoof down. The poison's fine. And it goes nicely with Peppering, having an extra person going every 3 times. Okay, so that's fine. Now I could Pomegranate Charm Snobble and then put the Balance Charm on Snobble. And if I'm not mistaken, that should make Snobble a 3 attack, barrage, 3 snow. And it loses 3 health, but we can still get Shellbow on it. So the order matters quite a bit here. So first you do this. Drop Snobble's attack to 0. Then you do this. If you do it the backwards order, Snobble would end up with 1 attack instead of 3 attack. So we have a 3 attack, 3 snow, barrage, pretty nifty. And I have extra money. So do I want one of these things? It's not like they wouldn't hurt. I have a very trim deck. So it looks like I have 11 cards, but this is consumed right away. This goes on the board right away, and I have a faster redraw. I'm gonna actually get this pink berry juice. It's a little bit cheeky, but I should have actually gotten this charm before applying all my charms. Oops, that was a misplay. You always want to wait to see what all your options are. 1 extra attack and you know what? That's pretty good. It's pretty good. What I'm gonna do with this is put it on the pink berry juice. So I can't control who gets it, but it is worth noting that it cannot target clunkers. This is an important difference between this and the same one that is shell. This can't hit clunkers. So I can put one of my characters in a row with 2 clunkers, and this will hit them twice. Of course, you have to make it so that you have the luxury of being able to do that, but I think it's worth it. Okay, apply 2 frost, 3 spice to a random ally. Jesus Christ, restore 3. That's actually not a huge deal. Apply 3 snow, and apply 2 snow, and 3 shell and kill. And what's the flourish when healed max also increases? No one else is healing you, buddy. You're kind of on your own with that one. Okay, so we do this. We do... I guess we're going to go ultimate greed baggery with that snow barrage. There's my molten dip. My leader and snoof. And let's get to work. So who do I want to bury in snow? This wallop hits for 10. This applies to snow. Both of them are undesirable. My leader's not a very valuable individual. And I can have the Totem of the Goat tank a snow. So I think here I'm going to take a moment while no one's attacking or being attacked to get the Shellbow down and give a little protection to Snobble. Okay. I think, let's see, Foxy goes after Snoof. So Snoof will attack and freeze Foxy unless I do a formation like this. Now it does mean that these 3 are all attacking at the same time, but the Mimic's not in the right place. But I could do something like this and freeze this. Well, I would be attacking everybody, right? It would hit this for 5. Okay, so I'd want it like this. So hit it for 3, snow 1, hit it for 5, and then this would be there applying another 8 damage. Does that make sense compared to just it applying 12 damage? See, 5 plus 4 is 9, so 2 hits kills it, and then we do another 9 to this. That seems pretty good. What I'm struggling to see here is where I'm going to apply the snow cake then. Maybe I just save the snow cake. At the moment, it's not really doing anything. Oh, no. Well, if I do it this way, then right, there's 10 damage coming. Okay. So what I could do instead is I could do this. Like so. And have Foxy, maybe like Snoof to clear off the Divine Shield. This will hit it 4 times for 16, and 1 hit from Foxy kills it, so we get to work on this boss. And then we let the leader get snowed. And I guess let's do the Totem of the Goat. Let's try this out. I don't know if this is the correct play, but the idea is that Snoof actually freezes my leader. I'm going to save my snow cake for later and apply the Spore Pack. Or I could Snow Stick Snoof and then really bury it in snow. Maybe I should just do that. Why get hit if I don't have to get hit? Okay, so we've Snow Cake Snoof. We do this. We whack Wobble to death, or Wallop to death, get to work on this leader, freeze this, and my leader's going. And I didn't use Spore Pack or Snow Cake. Okay, I am fine with that. That's fine. This is actually not super scary. I can put my leader in front of it and just take 4 damage and 4 frost. And just say my leader's out of the fight. Who cares about my leader? Now, at this point, I have a moment. I could do the Pinkberry Juice. Or, well, this thing is going in 3 turns. It is going to go ahead of Snobble and everybody. So if I don't Snow Stick this thing, but I could just Snow Stick it. So yeah, that's fine. Is this the time to Pepper Ring? To Pinkberry Juice? Oh gosh. Okay, we're going to try the Pepper Ring. It doesn't quite make the kill on Snoof. But now everyone's peppered up for their next attack. So we want probably this. I take 4, it's not a big deal. I could put the pink, let's just Pinkberry Snoof here. Notice how this hits Snoof twice guaranteed. Oh hey, that put 2 Demon Eyes on it, nice. Okay, do I want to try to farm the Demon Eyes? Unfortunately, Snoof doesn't quite kill it. It'll eat through the Demon Eyes. Aha, unless I have Snobble go here. So this attacks the totem, freezes it, which who cares, gets demonized, Snobble kills it, and then we want it to be like this, where now Snoof, the Mimic, and Foxy just wail on this boss. So I'm going to click the bell, because everything is all set up, so I just now need to like get more stuff out so that this Spore Pack is not irrelevant. Okay, the Spore Pack is still kind of irrelevant, but we're going to Hongo Hammer the Makoko. It doesn't do any damage the first time, so hopefully I didn't mess this up. Wait, I don't need to do this, because Snobble's going to just kill this. Well, not quite. Snobble doesn't quite kill it. So this is just to do 1 damage. That seems a little goofy, honestly. I could just do the snow stick for damage, basically. I think I'm going to just do it for damage. Hopefully I'm not wrong in my calculations. Okay, so that scrap charm doing some work. Boss taking a lot of damage. Got a demonized enemy to die. This is snowed, but that's irrelevant. I don't think I need to snow cake anything. So the question is, do I want to bring out this wave bell for the last 2 enemies? Let's just do it. Let's just put the spore pack on and figure out what the hell's going on. When destroyed, apply 5 spice to all allies. Oh, that's amusing. Okay, so maybe I don't need to rush to kill this. But let's get to work on this. Hold on, I'm gonna redraw. I need to see if I can freeze this plum, and I can. Okay, so we're gonna get the Hongo Hammer down first. The plum is gonna hit twice and heal everybody for 4 twice. I do not wish this. So we're gonna do this to stop that from happening. My leader is gonna go, but more importantly, it's the Mimic that actually does the killing blow here. Now we are just going to friggin' town on this, and I think this is the time I need to kill the Moko. Oh, but I actually can't. I don't have a thing that does direct damage. This would do it at the end, but that would be after the new boss has arrived. I don't think I want that to happen. Yeah, it's kind of awkward. A little bit awkward. Snobble could... Oh, here we go. This is the move. Okay, so Snobble does it, kills it. These bitches get spice. Then Snoof attacks the boss. And then Foxy and the Mimic finish it off. Aha. Okay, great. So now I have a moment. I could do a shell bow action up at the top here. And I don't think I want to because that's going to waste Foxy's spice. So instead what I'm going to do is I am going to do a legitimately aimless thing up here for either Snobble or Foxy. Okay, it went once to each. I was hoping at least one of them would hit Snobble. Oh, I messed up. The plum's not dead because the new boss shows up here. Oops, that was a mistake. Now Foxy and the Mimic are kind of wasting all their attacks. I should have had Foxy in the bottom row to get the new stuff that's showing up. Their attacks are totally wasted. Ha! Okay. Well, let's just do this. We have these Grinks attacking. That's not a big deal. I actually did not get my Spore Pack, which I was hoping finally to use, but oh well. Okay, so here, do I care about these Grinks? I don't. My leader can take 1, and Snoof can take another, and I really don't care about him. You're attacking for 2. Snoof can also take this. I think I've got the time to Pepper Ring. So you're going to hit Snoof for 2, which is completely irrelevant. Actually, why don't we do it like this? You're going to hit the leader, which is really irrelevant. Grink will hit the leader, irrelevant. Snoof will get hit for 1, that's fine, I'm okay with it. I could Snowcake, I don't need to Snowcake anybody. What I really want to do is target this Winter Worm. Yeah, the Demonizes on these Grinks could actually be useful someday, potentially. Snobble actually is going to kill one, which is good. I actually kind of want Snobble up here to barrage to death the plum. And then this is all sort of wasted. Okay, well, we'll just toss out a pink berry juice to pass the time. We'll do it in my leaders row. 1 on each is great. Okay, there's that barrage. I think that was a demonized enemy. Oh, that was definitely a demonized enemy. Anyway, we got there. It turns out we did not need Snowcake. I could have just used it to get it out of my deck, honestly. But we are completely good to go here. This plum is dead. The boss will attack for 11, which my leader could just take. But let's go ahead and Snow Stick for the principle of it all. And that's another successful one in the bag. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. And I'll see you again soon. If you want to stick around for the bonus stuff at the end, feel free. Let's take a look at what achievements we got and what the next batch of achievements is that we're going to try to get. And also, of course, if you want to see who my next final boss is going to be. This was a pretty weak leader, so I'm hoping it's going to be a pretty weak final boss. Let's see. Victory? 2 clunkers to your deck. That's not a big deal. It's just town stuff. Equipping charms, that's town stuff. Okay, we got the next ally. That's an important one. Pet. It's a pet. And we got this one. That was actually important because that's a good charm. That's the critical charm. So I am glad I got a win streak. If I had died here, that would have been very annoying to have to do it again. So this is not a big deal. It's very survivable, but it's a slow attacker. No barrage or anything. Snoof, just a standard Snoof. Foxy, just a one attack Foxy. Very interesting. And Snobble, snowing in a barrage. That's going to be the main problem. Okay, I'm not going to care about that, but we are going to take a look at the new pet. Loki, aimless, 3 attack, only 5 health. Can't control who you're hitting, and it applies to Demonize. You're so annoying. 5 Disguided, that's a good one. We'll be doing that automatically. The really hard one is the next one, which is you have to kill enemies with teeth. It's a real problem because that's not really a mechanic in the Snow Dwellers. I may have to switch to the other tribe that has teeth just to grind this pet out. But that one at least is not happening immediately. If you're curious, by the way, the new one that we just got, yeah, these were all before, is way down here. Achieve a 3 win streak, critical, double the effects if it's the rightmost card in your hand. So Shellbow, for example, would do 10 shell instead of 5. And if you put a crown on a card with critical, you can absolutely guarantee that it's going to be the rightmost card in your hand at least the first time. Now, of course, at that point, after that, it's a bit of a crapshoot whether it's in the rightmost spot in your hand. But even getting a double of something once can be a huge deal. Like if you have a 4 poison attacker or something like that, then it can become an 8 poison at the very beginning of battle, guaranteed every fight, which is really strong. So let's take a look at our next leader and pick our next storms. All right, we got 3 Fury. This means that when it's alone in the row, including clunkers, it does an extra 3 damage. I think this is pretty bad. It's slow. And yes, you can attack for 4 twice, but then you have to like play a very limited game. Apply a poison to all enemies is very interesting. Cooge also has a great name. I do love these though. I just love these ones that kind of have a smack back effect. So rather than giving a poison to everybody, which is really good at getting rid of some clunkers in some of the later fights. Actually, you know what? I'm always going to play with this if it shows up. This is a really unusual effect. We'll take the unusual effect, but we need another Storm Bell. Luckily, going from 3 to 4 is very easy. We're just bringing this back. My companions have never died, except for one time in one run when I was just easily could have avoided it. So this is basically a free one. If you ever are at the Storm Bell limit and you don't already have this one selected, that's a freebie. So that's what we're going to be doing in our next one with Cooge. All right, everybody. Oh, and I'm still playing with Snoof. I don't like either of these pets, and we'll pretty much never use them. Let's-a go. Bye-bye, everyone.